All right, everyone, welcome to Green White Checkered TV. Tonight we have the Thursday Cup Series with the Area 51 Racing League. Drivers making their qualifying laps right now. Hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday evening. Happy Friday Eve. So you can see up here on the screen, you see our point standings as we're 3 races in. Indy here is race number 4. See Jack Walls leading the points there by 5 over Ryan Kelly. Larry Yingling just 5 back as well in the 3rd position. Rounding the top 5, you have James Ledford and Levi Cox. All of those drivers here still within pretty close striking distance. And 6th through 10th here you have Robbie Richards, Maxwell Caldwell, Dalton Hayes, Corey Lane, and Dwight Plesh. So I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. So while these drivers are finishing up their laps here, we'll let them do that, and then we'll get everything going here once we start getting the field here gridded up. All right, looks like qualifying has just completed here. So again, want to welcome you here all to Green White Checkered TV with the Area 51 Racing League tonight at Indianapolis. Again, scheduled 75 laps. Of course, want to welcome my good friend Don Runkle Jr. joining me in the booth this evening. Hopefully the knock on wood and other things that you want to knock on, hopefully internet issues are hopefully more resolved this evening for you. But how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well tonight, guy. I'm looking forward to this race. Yeah, I think we're good on my internet side. We've been solid the last few nights, so I think I'm okay. But yeah, I look forward to this race, man. Indianapolis, the famed Brickyard. These long straightaways. I always like this track because of that. Just because, especially in these cars, because the draft comes into effect here, and you'll see these guys fan out here, and it's just I don't know. I really like this place. It's a fun place to drive, and I'm really looking forward to this race.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a much different strategy for the drivers tonight too, because I mean usually with the old package, kind of the high horsepower, low downforce, you could definitely sneak away. But with these cars having that lower power and the higher drag, it's going to keep these guys a little bit closer together. And of course, that draft is going to be huge coming out of turns 2 and 4. So I think that's going to be a big thing to keep an eye on for tonight.
That's the big thing about this track too, is man, you really have to make those corners pay off here. You have to get that run coming off of 4 and coming off of 2, so you can set up for those long straightaways here. Because if you bobble any at all, or slow down, or whatever, try to anything that's going to slow your car down going down those straightaways, it's going to affect you that whole long straightaway. Guys will go by you, they'll railroad you. So yeah, that's something to look out for tonight too. Passing is going to be very difficult here, except on the straightaways. And like you were saying, drafting is going to come into effect. That's where these guys are going to kind of tuck their noses in and try to get a run, so they can get, make passes on each other before they get into these corners. Because these corners are super tight. It's going to be really difficult to pass if you're in the corner here.
Yeah, exactly. As you see Field starting to roll off here on the pole position, you see that number 43 of Tommy Gossett, the only driver in the 48s there, so a really good lap for that 43 car. Lineup next to him is Levi Cox. In third, Evan Pienta. Fourth is Todd Merkel. Fifth, Logan Helton. In sixth, you have Maxwell Caldwell. Seventh, Ryan Kelly. And then eighth is Corey Cook. Rounding out our top 10 here, you got the 76 of Jim Brooks and Travis Turner are going to be our top 10 this evening. So we'll let you look through the remainder of the field, see where your favorite drivers are going to start the race this evening. Pace car's making its way through turn number 2 right now with our drivers. Looks like the 17 in Chad Wilkes is looks like it might be starting from the pits tonight. Maybe a strategy, or maybe just didn't get on the grid here in time.
Either way, yeah, we'll have to take a look at that car as we go green and see where he ends up. Also, don't forget tonight, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers do have 2 fast repairs, and I do believe we're gonna have 3 green white checkers?
That is correct, yeah. So we have the 2 fast repairs should they need them. Hopefully don't need them, of course. And then, yeah, up to those 3 green-white checker attempts. So we'll see if those come into play this evening. With these cars at this track, a lot can happen. The other thing we need to mention is the starts and the restarts. It's really easy to kind of get that accordion effect because of just how long the straightaways are. You kind of, if you're further in the back there, you're kind of just staring at the car in front of you. You can't really see where the leaders are. Benefit, though, of course, is that they go on green, so they don't have to worry about anybody jumping to start, things of that nature. So they're coming through turn number 4 here. So again, it's going to put it into the hands of Tommy Gossett and Levi Cox, and we're going to get things going again for scheduled 75 laps tonight here at Indianapolis. You can see just how long of a distance it is between the entry of the pits to the row of bricks here at the start-finish line. And we are underway. Pretty even start for our leaders here as they get up to speed. You see that 09 Corey Cook immediately jumps to the bottom, just enough of a gap to make it happen. He's going to sneak in front of Jim Brooks there. So that's going to be the other thing too, is finding out where you need to put your car. And I think you're going to pretty much want to be on that low side through the turns, and then of course start getting the drops.
We got some action back there in turn 2. Yes, we do. Cars made contact back there in
a lot
turn
of cars
2, further in the field. Trying to see who those 2 cars were.
Yeah, I see a lot of cars. Looks like the 88 Michael Spell is involved. I think I see the 44 of Dwight Plush as well, 66. So yeah, so actually that starting from the pits here for Chad Wilkes may have paid off.
I think you're right about that. I'm trying to get a car number here for you.
Looks like I'm seeing the 66 and 71, I believe.
Yeah, I think they made contact. It looked like they made contact, and then it just kind of stacked up from there.
Yeah, so you see both those cars with those chrome paint schemes. I think they may have blinded each other. They're entering turn number 2, made the contact, and so that's just kind of where things happen. Looks like the 71 Mitchell Wilkes, I believe that is able to hang on to it here, but unfortunately that 66, the Art Peck, I believe that is. Or I'm sorry, no, 66 Mike Morrison. You see a lot more cars involved here. See that the 90 of John Burrell, the 77. Oh, heavy hit for the 88 there of Michael Spell.
88 took a huge hit.
And then he's just like, it looks like that 388 just snuck by there. So, yeah, some pretty heavy hits for some of these guys here, unfortunately, right off the bat. So, it's going to get us going under yellow right away here. You see that 44, though, Dwight Plush. So he actually not involved. He just came to a complete stop. Just going to let those guys kind of...
Yeah, he did.
It's like, you guys get settled, then we'll go after it from here. So it's going to put us under our first caution here tonight at Indy. Leader's going to be rolling around the pace for a little while. These are longer pace laps. However, luckily it's over a 2-mile track, so they do run the shorter pace laps. So it should get back to green here just momentarily. So while they're riding though under yellow, we'll step away for a moment, and then we'll join things on the 1 to go. All right, so you can see lights are off as they go through the backstretch here. Looks like the top 20, I believe I see here, all stayed out, and then from 21st on back went ahead and pitted under that yellow. Some fuel only, some took tires, and a couple also drivers here at the very end went ahead and topped off here on that one to go as well. So we'll see if those strategies come into play again. We'll say, well, I'm not sure exactly what the fuel number was. I want to say it was like low to mid 20s if I recall correctly. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But again, I mean, we're just getting going here. We're going to come to lap number 5 with 71 to go. So again, though, so say not much changed up front there. Say the main thing we saw on the initial start was looked like definitely drivers want to get to that bottom here. So that's going to be another thing to watch for as they get going again here.
Eighth car peels off. Those drivers are headed down that long front straight.
I see a 61 already pretty much just right on the bumper of that 43 car. So they're ready.
They're ready to go, man. And there they go. You can see those guys side by side. Both leaders get a really good start. Outside gets a little bit more of an advantage there. We'll be able to see he's getting a good push going into turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like Levi got a really good push from Logan there on that top side. Not enough to get the run, though, but we'll see out of turn 2 what they're able to do. You see 56, Levi Cox still staying on the door of that 43 car, but nope, actually, as I said, it looks like now he's going to get the big push here down the backstretch. This might be exactly what the 56 needs to try to grab this lead.
Yeah, definitely. You can see that momentum. Those 3 cars lined up together on the outside got that advantage over that car on the inside there. They definitely had the draft and the advantage for the speed there. You can see they kind of both get by him. You can't quite clear him yet. You can see Levi Cox is just taking off with it. He's really got a good head of steam there.
Yeah, he's pretty much set sail once he got that clean air. He just went for it. But you see that 61 looked like he was kind of squeezing the 43 a little bit. So we'll see as they enter turn 1 again. It looks like sure enough the 43 is going to fight back though on the inside. I think that 43 is hoping, or sorry, the 61 is hoping he could clear the 43. However, it did not happen that time around. So right now those two are going to stay side by side, and they're both going to be kind of hoping that 63 Logan Helton pushes them, which right now it's going to be that 43 car getting pushed down the back.
You can see the cars behind him. Oh, he switches lines, goes back up to the high side. You can see the cars behind him kind of went with him because they're trying to catch that draft too. They don't want to lose this pack. They don't want to lose these guys.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. So it looks like a little bit of action going on just behind them. You see the 83 of Jack Walls and Jim Brooks. They're fighting right around the top 10 here. Looks like Jack's going to grab that spot. And I'm saying they're still pretty busy here as well. Right there, it's like 96 car, the 75 really tight on each other here. So they're both really fighting for that draft there behind Bud Steele. But it looks like 96 is going to grab that spot for the time being up front.
Yeah, the draft is very important here. And like I was saying, getting out of these corners is really important. Oh, the 61 pushes up there coming out of the corner, and 43 is able to make the pass on him. Tommy Gossett to second place there.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. It's so easy to overdrive these turns here at Indy. You have to be just line perfect, really, and do it lap in, lap out. And that's something where you see right now Levi Cox has done a great job. He's probably actually already out of the draft of those guys behind them. So he's got about a 1.2 second lead over second place here.
Yeah, he's so far ahead of these guys right now that Evan in that 61, he definitely does not have the draft on Levi right now. Tommy, sorry, at second place, definitely does not have the draft on Levi right now. But these guys back here, they're pretty much all, they're nose to tail. You got a lot of guys kind of separated by a few car lengths here, but they're all pretty much within each other's drafts, which means as long as you're in the draft, you still have a chance to be able to make a move here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to see the 43 there. It looks like he was actually trying to break the draft there. Drops to the apron. Actually, I think he may have been trying to grab the draft to the 56. I think I saw there. Looks like Levi may have been running down to the bottom side to try to make sure he completely breaks the draft of these leaders. And that's something you see what the Indy cars are doing now with this new package here. You see these drivers here doing it as well in the Cup cars.
Yeah, you'll see the guys weaving back and forth. They're trying to break that draft, trying to break that advantage of the car behind them that obviously is trying to catch them. You can see it right now. These guys just weaving back and forth on this front stretch as they cross that yard of bricks and power into turn 1. Pretty much everybody is right in line. Got a couple cars side by side further back in the field, but it's like right now everybody's pretty much sticking in the draft, just trying to gauge their cars, maybe trying to save their tires, get some laps under their belts here, get a kind of feel for the race.
Yeah, so I think usually those initial lap wrecks really kind of will adjust your strategies there. So let's say we'll see right now. Though, it looks like one that's been moving forward a little bit there is that the 96 Landon Loper started 18th, currently 13th. Again, we mentioned Jack Walls as well, started 16th up into the top 10, so pretty good starts for them. I said the other driver, of course, that we'll definitely be keeping an eye on as this run progresses is that 13 car there, leading that kind of that second group, if you will, Ryan Kelly. Again, we talked about Ryan being that tire saver, so we'll see if these guys will start burning up their right fronts if Ryan is able to start making a charge in that number 13 car.
Yeah, right now up front, nothing has changed. Levi Cox is number 56, still leading this race by over a second. And yeah, he's got that clean air out in front of him right there. Tommy Gossett, you know, you can see him, they keep changing lines there. Tommy's trying to still get that draft, every little bit of draft that he might possibly be able to get, take advantage of any mistake that Levi might make, or, you know, he might go a little low on a corner, push a little bit coming out of a corner or anything that can possibly help Tommy catch up to him, to be able to get that draft. Right now, third place, the guys back there, he's got a good gap between those guys, so they're still trying to hook up into his draft. But right now, these two leaders pretty much are standing out on their own.
Yeah, so actually Tommy's done a really good job here. He's been cutting the gap down on that 56 car Levi Cox, so now it's down to about a half a second there.
He's definitely got that draft now. It's helping him big time.
Saw a big fight here. So I had to jump back to the 83, the 09, the 81. Looked like they almost tried to go through 3 wide there through between turns 1 and 2. Looks like they thought better of it, though. Now they're still going 2 by 2, though, as they go through the back. So again, going to try to keep an eye on the intervals here up front, but still holding about steady at about 0.4 of a second. As we saw there while we were watching, too, Logan Hilton had gotten around the 61 of Evan Pienta. And it looks like that driver we just mentioned as well, the 13, Ryan Kelly, he's done the same, as now has the 94 of Maxwell Caldwell. So on a 61, may have burned his stuff up a little early here. He might be kind of paying the price for it so far. But as I say, that yellow actually comes out.
Way in the back from the front stretch. Bunch of cars. Somebody's flipping through the air.
Oh, Bud Steele going for a ride there.
The 12 is in it. The 68 is in it.
Yeah, so we talk about
lots of guys in it. That's the thing about this track, Indianapolis. There's no infield really to run into, you know. You got a wall on the inside, you got a wall on the outside. I mean, there's only so much room, and the track gets blocked up so fast.
Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Say if you're going to wreck, you really, honestly, the backstretch is the easier one to do because you have so much more room. But yeah, so sure enough, though, so looks like it may have started around the 10 and the 96. It's looking like. You see them here going through turns number 3 and 4. You see the 96 right on the back of that 028. Looks like the 10s too is inside there. I think Corey Lane looks like he has a bit of a run here. So I'm thinking, oh, you see, yeah, they make contact there as they're going through. So I'm not sure if one came down, the other came up, or so we'll take one more closer look at it here. I say it might be one of those things again where they're fighting for the drafts as well. Yeah, it's hard to say there. Basically, they're fighting for the same real estate, basically, though. So, saying that's going to send both those drivers here to the inside wall, and then 10's able to hold onto it for a moment, but then it starts snapping. I see David Leclerc just sneaks by in that number 50, but then unfortunately, that 96 comes out right in front of the pack there, and that's so he collects Bud Steele, and from here the track's already pretty much blocked.
Bud Steele got clobbered.
Yeah, a lot of these cars did too. Yeah, there's the 10 Corey Lane. He got a shot from the 79 Ted Deckard and the 084 of Led McNeese. But yeah, so Bud was the one you saw, I think, going up and over there. And then I think just a little further back, they were still kind of trying to get checked up. You see some of those guys already were at a stop and just still getting run into kind of as they were slowing down. So yeah, so going to be a lot of fast repairs here, unfortunately, for some of these drivers. However, again, that's the benefit of the fast repairs. Your race is not over here. So with that, though, I believe we're going to have some pit stops up front. And it looks like, you see how spread out the field is, too. They still have a big chunk of cars trying to catch the leaders.
Yeah, you do.
So it's going to really spread out here.
There's guys that aren't even on pit road yet.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So, however, though, our pole sitter, Levi Cox, or actually, no, I'm sorry, Tommy Goss is the pole sitter. Second place starter there is going to lead him into the pits as you see the 43 car jump into the pits as well.
Tommy had to back, or Levi had to back up a little bit.
Oh, this could be costly. We'll see if he's able, if a crew can bail him out.
Just a tiny bit. He had to back up about a foot.
Yeah, and
Yes,
there they go.
definitely. Slow
Oh,
pit stop. Look at that. He lost about 4 spots, I think.
yeah, that's one of the things, you just can't make any mistakes here, and
Go
try to
back and
keep
look at
in
that
that
again on my
contention where you
computer
are. So.
here.
But yeah, so it looks like Tommy's going to hang on to, or I should say Tommy's going to regain the lead, I should say, in that number 43
Yeah.
car. And I believe Logan Helton's going to cycle out behind him. Ryan Kelly in third, Maxwell Caldwell fourth, and yes, Levi's going to fall from first to fifth there. Again, luckily, though, it's still early. Like, if that was the last pit stop, that would be definitely devastating.
Yeah,
But
that would be devastating, but it's so hard to pass here, and that's one of those things, one of those mistakes on pit road. Just a little tiny mistake. I mean, he barely went out of his pit box there. I mean, it was like about a foot. It looked like he barely had to back up, and all that one little mistake cost him 4 positions there.
yeah, it looks like some of those drivers that had to make a pit stop there from the damage with the wreck, looks like they're still going to get trapped a lap down, unfortunately. From what I'm looking at, looks like Bud Steele, Lennon Loper, Michael Spell, and Ted Decker Jr. I think Dude Conrad, Dalton Hayes should hopefully be able to stay in the lead lap. Trying to keep an eye on the 47s. He's still sitting in the pits right now. But we'll have to wait and see on that one.
They weren't able to drive back around the pits under their own power. They most likely hit a tow, which probably took a couple minutes to do before they were able to get back in the pits to use that fast repair. So, yeah, unfortunately, even though this track is as big as it is, still, if you can't get back around under your own power and got to get towed, most likely you're going to go a lap down.
Yeah, I was watching the 47 there. I think he just didn't beat the pace car there through pit road, so unfortunately that's going to trap him a lap down as well here. So it's going to leave, I believe, 27 on the lead lap, and we're going to have 5 cars, though, fighting for that lap back here, because we have 5 cars 1 lap down now, as we are already on the 1 to go. Again, we talked about those quick yellows. They definitely go through a little quicker than some of the drivers may be ready for. But again, so right now our top 5, we mentioned Tommy Gossett, Logan Hilton, Ryan Kelly, Maxwell Caldwell, and Levi Cox.
Like you said, the lights are off on that pace car. We're going down the back stretch right now. These guys will be going back. What's that?
I was saying, it looks like we have a fan of Travis Turner, or fan or kind of a crew chief, if you will, is telling Chris Boyd, telling Travis to go a little faster. So that 028 car is going to have to step it up here to keep his fans happy in that Western Auto Machine. So no pressure, Travis. You've got Chris here cheering you on, but maybe some what do you call it? Constructive criticism, I guess you could say. Actually, looks like the 79 Ted Decker Jr. looks like he's getting I don't know if he got the wave around or if that just maybe he was just trying to get caught up and everything. So he's going to need his lap back, but he's going to be about probably 3/4 of a lap behind. So we'll see. He's going to be hoping for a yellow here, most likely. See, a lot of fields still trying to get caught up.
Yeah. And you see the pace car is peeled off. You guys are going to come in the green here. Waiting for that green flag. Waiting for that restart start. And there we go. Green flag is out. You guys are putting the power down right there, side by side, going into turn 1.
Yeah, really even restart here from those top 2. See, Logan looks like he takes a little bit of a bigger arc there, trying to get that entry that I think he's hoping to get there. But I think that 43, Tommy Gossett's going to get the run here through 2, I should say, grab the lead here, and as I would expect to see him jump to that top, and sure enough, he does. Now we'll see if he starts playing protect, which, right away, straight to the grass.
Right to the bottom, right to the bottom. And these guys do that. They're going to protect that bottom. That's the favorable line. If you got a guy behind you, you're getting pushed right now. But look at that arc. Look at that arc that he takes there, that Logan takes to try to get through there. And
contact.
Got some contact. Got some bump traffic in the corner. The number 43. No yellow. No yellow's out yet. He's on the access road right now. He saved that car. I was watching the whole time. He never hit anything, but he did lose a ton of position. Yeah,
he's pretty much going to go from
all
top
the way to
3 to about 28th, 29th. Yeah, but really great driving there by Tommy to keep that thing first off the inside wall and then not to get back up on track in front of the field. The field also definitely gave him some room to avoid it. But
what great driver awareness to know that he was going to have to come, that the momentum was going to take him back up the track. And he knew. I mean, I was watching him. He steered that car right back down the track, got on that access road, got control of that car what great car control. That was great that he saved that car.
Yeah, saying business picking up again. We saw Logan make that awesome move on the top side to grab the lead there before all that happened. Now the 61 Evan Pienta trying to do the same. He's got help now from the 56 Levi Cox. They're both going to clear the 63.
Ooh, look at the move being made there by the number 56.
Yeah, I guess he's going to straight to the inside, though. He wants to get that track position back, and he'll get it. It looks like he should be able to clear him out of turn 1 and entering turn number 2.
Just powers back up front to get the lead, and now he's literally walking away from those guys behind him that are running side by side.
Yeah, so that's going to be what you want to see as that leader, is those cars fighting for a position that's going to let you sneak away a little bit. It looks like, again, you see Evan Pienta, Maxwell Caldwell fighting for that second spot. It looks like Logan Hilton trying to figure out where he needs to go to make the momentum happen as we're riding on the gearbox or back bumper, if you will, of that 56 car as they go through 4. Right now, still those two drivers staying side by side. Now it looks like Logan's going to give the big push to the to the 94 Maxwell Caldwell, see if they can get him to the front there.
He's the only one down there. There's only 2 cars really down there. The other cars up high, I mean, they're in a line, but they're not really tight enough. Now you see everybody jump to the bottom.
Yeah, Maxwell's going to get that pass done, though, so I'll move him up to second here. So Tommy Gossett's already moved back up into the 23rd position, even after all that happened. So, even with that, that moment he had, he's still on a charge here, going to try to get those spots back right now. So again, looks like things are starting to settle up a little bit against single file as this run goes on. That's kind of what you're going to see, is they'll be pretty wild for the first couple laps, and you're going to see it kind of settle out a little bit as again you see that 56 car Levi Cox going to protect that inside line, try to block that draft of those 2 cars behind him here.
Yeah, he's driving with that mirror just as much as he's looking out that front windshield. He knows he has to protect that bottom line. He knows that these guys are going to be running those bumpers. You can see right now he's got a mirror full of that 94 car.
Yeah, so that 94 car got much bigger in his mirror. You'll see as he again tries to break the draft a little bit. We'll watch Maxwell here riding on board. See if he's going to stay in line. Looks like he will for the moment this time around.
The inside a little bit. It looks like he's kind of setting him up right here. If you notice, it looks like he kind of backed out of that corner a little bit. It's almost, he's trying to set up his pass here. He's trying to get it to where he is trying to time it right to where he can get the draft and literally get that, that Ricky Bobby slingshot engage move before he goes into the corner. And maybe use the momentum from the draft and using that car behind him to help make this pass for the lead. It looks like he kind of backed his car up.
Yeah, so I think it also might be, again, it's still early here. We're only on 21 of 75, so we still got 55 to go. So maybe one of those things, too, where he wanted to get a little further alongside, not be like at his quarter panel. But I'll say that hesitation, though, of not taking the move, though, you can see, though, Levi's been able to sneak it out just a little bit more now.
Yeah, because he definitely had an opportunity to make a move there. He even looked to the inside, but you can see he's getting right back on his bumper again. He's right there. Yeah,
again, just got to hit every mark right every time, it seems like. So trying to keep an eye. It seemed like some battles there doing just a little further back. I think I saw Todd Merkel in the 81. I think he may have just got around the 76 of Jim Brooks. That is for the 10th position, I believe. And it looks like David Leclerc has also grabbed a couple spots there last time around. So I actually moved David up to 9th and then Todd to 10th. And you see, so those two as well making pretty good moves here. Again, we mentioned that... as you see there, 50 gets loose, I believe. He had to go all the way to the apron there. Something's going on with that 50 car. As I say, that contact, he's going to try to hang on to it there.
He's down on that asphalt. I think he's going to be able to hold on.
He kept it, but he's going to have some right front damage from that. You can see on the car. Not sure what happened to him there. It was kind of an odd looking situation there, but yeah, so that 50 car definitely not in the shape that it was there just a moment ago, unfortunately. I say driver I was trying to mention just a second ago was our pole sitter there, Tommy Gossett in the 43. He's worked his way up to the top 20, and he's still in a pretty good group of cars here. He's going to work now on Mitchell Wilkes, and then right after that is Len McNeese in that 084. Looks like he's going to try to get a 2-for-1 here as they go through the front straightaway. So pretty good recovery for him thus far. I say again, lost a lot of track position, but trying to claw his way back up here.
Back up front, nothing has changed really up front here. Levi Cox still leading this thing, still dominating this field so far. Maxwell Caldwell has gotten to his bumper a few times, made a few moves, kind of tested the waters a little bit, but hasn't done anything out of the ordinary yet. He's approaching that rear bumper again, maybe be able to use some momentum to be able to try to make a maneuver here, but I think right now he might just be happy to be riding behind him, but he's got a head of steam here, looking to the inside.
So jumping through this, I was looking at another fight we had going on there, but we got to take a look at this fight for the lead.
Yeah, side by side here, going across the line. Levi Cox is going to be credited with that lap, but by the time we get out of turn 1, it looks like Maxwell Caldwell is going to be our new leader.
Yeah, as they clears them there, exiting turn 1. Oh, as you see, 56 lost a little bit of momentum. Yeah, say Logan Helton going to take advantage there. He's going to jump in line, grab that spot as well. So again, now you see, I'm sure Levi's going to try to see if he can charge back, but right now it looks like, oh, actually Logan's going to go for both of them.
He wants that lead. Yeah, he's not done yet. Logan says, I want that lead, but the thing is, if he doesn't have a car behind him to kind of help him out, he's not going to be able to get that momentum. And right now, you got both of those cars back there. You see Levi Cox, he can't decide what line he really wants to go, and he's not really trying to help either one of them. And in the process, look who's coming into the picture here, Ryan Kelly, 4th place car.
With a huge head of steam, Ryan's going to jump to the inside.
Look at this.
So it looks like Logan's going to grab that. He might try to go
for the lead here. Nope. Look at this. 4 cars all fighting here for the lead side by side. This is great.
I'll say while they do that, Jack Wall's in 5th. He's starting to creep into the picture as well. Say Jack's actually gained a couple spots. He's again now being up in top 5. Started 16th, so plus 11 for him. So a really good start to the race for him here. But yeah, so you can see though these leaders all fighting really hard, and say Jack's close enough to grab this draft, so he's going to be taking the advantage of that.
He definitely can.
Oh, as we go 3 wide.
Dyson, look at this. This is crazy.
Oh,
These guys are just going all over the place.
Levi thought better of it. He rolled out of it there. Stays 2 wide. I think Maxwell wanted to get a lead, or wants to lead a lap, I feel like, in that 94 machine. He didn't get it that last time around. Logan snuck it away from him, so Maxwell's thinking, I got to get this lap led. Come on, guys.
The real winner with all these guys fighting up here was definitely Ryan Kelly, though, man. He came out of nowhere. He was in 4th place, and all of a sudden he saw all 3 of these guys battling up there, and he was like, okay, I think I'll get involved in this. And now, like you were saying before, Jack Walls looks like he's going to be able to latch on to Ryan Kelly's draft here. If these guys keep battling the way they are, this is going to be a 5-way battle here soon.
Yeah, as I'm looking at the lap times, let's say those top 4 were in the 52 6s, 7s, whereas Jack Walls was a 52 3. So, I mean, just shows how much faster he is in that clean air with the draft as well. While these guys were fighting for position. But you see Ryan Kelly there grab that 3rd spot. Now he's trying to work on 2nd here. Maxwell Caldwell, and say we also talked about Ryan being that tire saver. So while they were fighting here, Ryan caught him, and then again I think this is going to start being where we see that 13 car start to get those tires up to temperature pressures that he likes, and he can really start setting sail. But that being said, though, that 63 Logan Helton, he's starting to stretch it out now. He's got about a 7/10 of a second lead here.
But see, we've been seeing that so far on these longer runs that we've having like this. You'll see the leader get out front like this. You'll see these guys kind of settle down a little bit maybe, and then the leader gets he gets a good lead ahead of these guys, but these guys always end up catching them. Because when they get in a line and they actually help each other out and cooperate, they can catch that leader. These guys are faster together in a line and not fighting for position. They can catch that leader, they can get back up there. But right now, they're just kind of battling it out. Looks like these guys maybe are going to finally figure it out and get into a line, and then they'll be able to eventually catch our leader, Logan Helton.
Yeah, I think they finally kind of figured out who they want where, or figure out who's kind of got the pace. So they see they're going to start trying to grab the draft of that 63 car. So now you got Ryan Kelly 2nd. Maxwell Caldwell is going to drop to 4th behind Levi Cox. Jack Wall still in the top 5, though, and then Corey Cook now snuck into the picture as well in that 09 car.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a matter of time. If these guys stay in a line like they are and they don't kind of get side by side and they don't get crazy with their driving, I think it's just going to be a matter of time before they catch our leader, Logan Helton, and then we're going to see the whole process start all over again. These guys are going to get racy again. They're all going to want to lead, and yeah, you're going to see it happen all over again. It's kind of just the cycle, the way the racing goes here with this package in this car.
Yeah, so it'll be a little harder, I think, this once they get all bunched up again together, just because of the fact that they'll have a lot more tire wear. Say they've gone 15 laps so far on this run. Again, we talked about that fuel window. I don't think they're too far away from being in that window. They're going to need to make some pit stops here as well. Probably definitely within the 5 to 10 range. Just depends on how much they've been able to save in the drafts as well. Again, quick update on Tommy Gossett, our pole sitter, showing now in the 15th position. So again, really good recovery for him after that contact early in the run. However, kept it straight and under green. So again, he's having to do some really hard work here to try to claw his way back up into the lead pack here.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of guys, starting from further back, have been able to take advantage of some of the different things that have happened on the track. Like I said, Jack Wells, he's known for saving tires. Started 16th, currently 5th right now. It's just, it's all about, especially if you get these long runs at a track like this, it's all about how you take care of your car and how you take care of those tires.
Yeah, looks like Corey Cook's trying to sneak up now on Jack Walls and see if he can do something with that for the 5th position here. I say right on the back bumper of the 83 car here. Looks like Corey's going to stay in line for the moment. I think that's a good strategy too. Is you want to stay with him as long as you can until maybe you get close. Because the thing is, when you go 2x2, you're going to lose a lot of time. Yep. So you don't want to fight and risk losing that draft of, let's say, in this instance, the 94 of Maxwell Caldwell.
Well, he's in a unique situation too because he has no one to help him pass that car. So like you see, he's getting side by side with him right now. But if he had somebody behind him, he'd be able to already make that pass, but he has nobody behind him, so he just has to kind of use the side draft and hope that guy doesn't give him too much grief for that position. But that's another thing you got to take into account here.
Yeah, so it looks like Jack Walls does exactly that. So it's too early to fight here, so he rolls out of it there, going to grab the toe. I'm saying we talked about that gap up front. It's definitely dropped here. It's about here comes Jack Walls. So strategy is open here. This might be one of those. This might be a short pit strategy. I'm thinking. With 45 to go, if the window's in the 20s, this might be kind of pitting right at the window of making it on a 2-stop strategy here to the end, which I think I don't think we're going to see anybody make it on one from here. I think you're going to have to do one more stop after this one.
I agree. And I don't know if he stopped on that earlier on that first caution or not, but I don't see anybody else going up pit road but him. So.
Yeah, so he's pretty good on his fuel strategies usually, so I'm going to be curious to see if anybody reacts to it, especially because, he was right in that top 5 position here. And again, here at Indy, he looks like he should be able to make this pit stop and stay on the lead lap. That's going to be big as well, but I think I see some, it looks like some drivers are starting to peak a little bit there coming off the turn, but they're going to stay out instead. So yes, I'm watching the 83. He's in the short chute between turns 1 and 2 right now. But yeah, so he's going to easily be able to hang on to the lead lap here. So he'll be able to cycle into the lead lap here. Once all these leaders pit, we'll have to see where he falls in line, though.
Like you said, that's going to be a thing that these other drivers notice. A driver that was sitting there in the top 5 decided to come down pit road. Their other guys are going to be like, what's going on here? Might change their strategy a little bit.
Yeah, see Logan there working on that 79 of... where'd he go? Ted Decker Jr. Ted was the one that unfortunately got that waiver on really late there. We've stayed green for so long, he wasn't able to do anything with it, unfortunately. So he's get put back a lap down here as again go through 3 and 4. Going to come around here to 43 to go. Looks like everybody's staying out. You see the Logan immediately going to block that draft. Try to keep that momentum away from that 13 of Ryan Kelly.
Like I said, when these guys didn't stop battling for position side by side, it was only going to be a matter of time before they would catch back up to this leader. That's exactly what happened. Second place is going to catch right up to him. Third place is going to be here. And, before you know it, these guys are going to be catching right up to him, and we're going to have another battle. Yeah, it
looks like we have a second taker there. Adam Brady in the 75. He pitted there. He was around the top 10 when he pitted, so he is very likely to go a lap down after this pit stop cycles through because of just how far he was off the lead when he makes the stop. So that's the benefit of being towards the front here. You can, again, if you're towards the front, you can pit under green and not lose a lap. I say Adam Brady is going to be, I think, a little bit harder shape to make that happen, though. But again, I think we're going to see the pit windows again. We're at lap 20 now. I say every time I see Logan start ducking left, it's like, oh, he might be in. Nope, he's not. He's just breaking the draft.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe he's coming in for a pit stop. Nope.
Yeah, you see right there, leaders just past the 75 car there as he's exiting the pits.
Access road,
then with the leaders with the full head of steam here. So he will go a lap down. So he's going to have to hope that this cycles through. Actually, I thought I just saw a car there.
Blow up.
Yeah, someone blown up there. So I'm trying to look to see who's in the pits here. See the 76 of Jim Brooks has made a pit stop. It may have been... No, it looks like Mitchell Wilkes in the pits. Wonder if it may have been John Brill. I show him in the pits as well. So say whatever it was, though, they got off the track to try to make sure yellow didn't come out. They did a good job of doing that. But you see now, though, that 13 Ryan Kelly, he's got a mirror full of Levi Cox here for that second position.
John Brill? Maybe, I think it was John Brill.
I think it was John Brill, potentially, yeah. So say we've been focusing up front. So we got to go through some of our other drivers here. We're going to jump over to, I believe, our sixth place driver, Travis Turner. in that
They're a
028.
good battle here with Corey Cook.
Yeah, so he's trying to close that gap down again. He started 10th up to 6th. So he's done a pretty good job of going faster, in my opinion. Working on getting some spots still as they go.
Who is that pit? And that he just passed. Somebody just went peeled off pit road.
I think that may have been. I think the drivers that have pitted so far is Jim Brooks, Adam Brady, and Jack Walls. I think are the ones that have pitted thus far.
Oh, okay.
It looks like actually Mark Brown is pitted now too, and I think the 71 of Mitchell Wilkes is in at the moment here. And I see the 388 of Doug Johnson's in the pits as well. So we're going to jump back up to our leaders here real quick just to see what's going on. Looks like still the same kind of plans for these drivers.
Nothing's changed there.
Yeah, leaders are all staying out again. So this is actually a very different strategy now that I'm thinking with what Jack Walls is doing, because I mean this has now been 5 laps since he's pitted, whereas everybody else is still staying out. So I'm intrigued on the strategy to see how it's going to work out. Maybe it's a 2 tires as they go. But here's a good difference of the tire strategies. Here comes that 75 car, Adam Brady. He's got brand new tires. That last time around, he ran a 50.4. Leaders running 52.6s. So he's 2 seconds a lap faster than these leaders.
Faster than those 2 cars that were on the draft on the high side. He's able to pass these guys on the low side, no problem.
Yeah, so he's just got to use that momentum and then grab the draft. So you see Levi Cox actually was able to get around Ryan Kelly. Looks like now Ryan's going to try to return the favor. Adam's going to go ahead and try to get himself unlapped here, which he's going to do as they go through the front stretch and then get to turn number 1.
Pretty sure Logan Helton is not going to contest this too much.
No, I'll say if anything, actually, I'd be wanting to grab the draft of that 75 car to help my cause to not let those guys behind me catch up.
Exactly.
All right, so we're talking about some of those drivers a little further back here. The 17 of Chad Wilkes is in a little bit of a battle here. Some of those drivers just made some pit stops.
Tommy Gossett passing him on pit road. It looked like Tommy Gossett getting down pit road. Yeah, he's got some damage. Issue getting on pit road. Yeah, he actually, when he was coming down pit road, it looked like he came down pit road really hot, locked him up, and actually nosed it into the wall.
You're right. He did. Yeah, I just pulled it up here on the replay. A little bit too much rear brake, it looks like. So then tries to loop it around there. So we stay under green, but so I mean, plus side though, you can see right there, fast repair done on that car.
Continues.
Yeah,
so that continues for Tommy Gossett.
So the plus side is
the head of the corner of my eye.
So he'll be obviously the lap down right now, but the plus side is, use that fast repair and maybe lost about, let's say, 5-10 seconds out of that whole thing.
Exactly.
But here at Indy, that's
already making a pit stop.
Yeah, exactly. So again, our leader's still staying out. I'm really good. This is actually really long on this fuel run that they're going right now. They're at 25 laps here. So I mean, again, they'll still need to pit one more time though.
We got so many different strategies going on here. I'm curious to see how this is going to work out.
Yeah,
and
same.
you know, like I don't want to say it, I'll jinx it, but we don't want a certain thing to happen. And who knows how that can totally screw up a lot of these drivers' strategies here. We were talking about Walls, how he pitted earlier, and then we got these guys that are still staying out. So such different strategies. A caution can really throw a wrench in the works here.
Yeah, exactly right. Top 3 though still all together. We just crossed the halfway point in the race. It looks like Paul Perry in the 95 is in, as is the 96. Looks like he came in with him as well, Landon Loper. So we were hanging out with Chad Wilkes there, I believe, for just a moment. Behind him is the 61 of Evan Pienta. We mentioned him a little earlier. He's been up front, so it doesn't look like he has the long run that he's been hoping for on the pace of that car. In 9th is Todd Merkel in that number 81. And the rounding out our top 10 here is that 084 of Len McNeese. As I say that, I see a few more drivers in the pits. Looks like
second and third place, pulling down pit road. Second and third place have pulled down pit road. Our leaders.
Close between them there as they entered. Yeah. You see it's bringing a lot of drivers in here as well. You can see Maxwell Caldwell is in. Travis Turner is going to follow in as well. So it's going to leave Logan at Helton. I think this is going to be try to do that undercut, if you will, for us. I know you're familiar with that with you doing a lot of Formula One racing lately. They're going to try to use those fresh tires to their advantage. As you see, close call between them and Mike Morrison as they're trying to hit their pits here. They're able to get around cleanly, though. So now, again, it's going to be hitting your marks. Make sure you don't overshoot your pits. Looks like they do a great job of that. So I said now it's going to be really intriguing to see where everybody cycles through again with the difference of tires and everything. to say, because there's still a few drivers that have yet to pit. Of course, obviously, it looks like you see the 13 there getting around. So let's jump over to our race leader now, Logan Helton. He is in as well.
He's coming down pit road right now as we speak.
It's like he gets it down speed. Corey Cook is following in as well. So I think we're going to see most of our leaders in here.
Chad Wilk.
Yep, 17 Chad Wilkes is in as well. Oh, Evan Pienta, Todd Merkel. So this might be about the fuel window then. Let's like 27 laps or so. And all these drivers hit in the pits here. So we'll see who's left that hasn't pitted.
Kelly might inherit the lead here, but I'm not sure.
I think it's actually going to be. I think that short pit of Jack Walls is going to do him a huge benefit. So I'm letting everything cycle through, but I believe it's going to put it to Jack Walls here. Yep, I say I was watching.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Jack Walls. You're right. My bad.
I'm watching Jack's. As I was watching the ticker, and his name is just jumping up and up and up. And sure enough, Jack's gonna. I say he's exiting turn 2 right now, and you've got the rest of the field here. Looks like, and you're right though. Looks like Logan Helton's gonna lose a few spots though. The 56 and the 13 have already gotten by him, but Jack's got about a 7-second lead. Again, he's gonna have a lot slower lap times now than our leaders. However, it's all about that pit cycle and when you make your pit stops, because it's very possible if we stay green, when he needs to make his second stop, again, he's going to build that gap again, and those drivers might have to react a little bit differently to it. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be really intriguing. It looks like the whole field has made their pit stops now, though, in this race. So we're going to let everything cycle through and try to see where all of our drivers are. But again, Jack Walls, our race leader, right now in that 83.
Jack Walls, Ryan Kelly second.
So Jack's problem right now is he's going to have some cars that are lap down that want to get the lap back, and also are going to be on fresher tires.
I think he's not giving them too much grief now.
And
like you said, if he lets them by, it'll help his cause a little bit as far as the draft goes.
Yeah, so he's got about a half a straightaway lead right now over the 13 and the 56, but
the problem
you're going to see that gap's going to close fast.
Yeah, those guys are going to be way faster than him. So as long as they stay nose to tail, they're going to catch him in a matter of just a few laps.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see them both get a clean lap to see really what those lap times compare with each other. Last time around, Ryan and Levi were running in the 49s. Whereas Jack's running, 51s, 52s. So, man, they're flying right now. See, the other problem is I don't know what happened with Logan on his pit stop, but he's about 5 seconds back of Levi and Ryan there. So those two definitely got their pit entry and exit down really well. I'd say that's really hurt Logan, though. As you can see, he's in third there, but again, he's also the same thing. He's about a half a straightaway behind our leaders here.
Yeah, it's such.
As we said, caution. So actually, that's going to be. It looks like the 47 I saw was slow. Oh yeah, Dalton Hayes. He's got a lot of damage to that 47 car. I think that's going to be great news for Jack Walls, though.
The 48.
Oh yeah, looks like they kind of made contact with each other here, entering turn 3. Yeah, 47, 48 here as they enter turn 3. It looks like the 48 just doesn't get the car rotated very well and just unfortunately just kind of slides up into that 47. Nothing really he could do there, unfortunately. So that's going to be James Ledford and Dalton Hayes there making contact entering turn 3.
So you think you're going to see everyone come down pit road this time? Because you got guys like Jack Walls, our leader, who, I'm sure he could definitely use a fresh set of tires, but you got guys that literally just came out off of pit road.
I think Jack pits for sure. I don't think anybody's going to be able to stretch it further on fuel to make it to the end from here either. But yes, I was still watching them. Kind of unfortunately get that contact between the two of them there. Heavy hit though for that 47 car, actually 48 as well. So hard hits for both of them. So unfortunately, that's what brought out this yellow here. Again, though, I think they're going to be a huge benefit though for Jack Walls though in that 83 car, again showing as our race leader here as they come through turns 3 and 4. So I think for sure we're going to see Jack in the pits here. I'm curious to see though about that 13 to 56. I think if they pit, they maybe just take fuel only, but I'm kind of thinking track position is going to be more important. So I
agree.
Nope, they're coming in. They're going to top off of fuel here. And looks like actually pretty much the whole lead pack here is going to be topping off. I'm sure there's going to be at least one gambler, right?
Looks like it.
Nobody? Anyone? Bueller? That looks like no gamblers here, so I think we're going to see again. We're going to probably see fuel only. Oh, looks like Jack had to back it up a little bit there, so that's going to hurt him as well. I want to watch the 13 and the 56, though. Actually, as I said, a 56 taking 2. Let's see if it's 2-tire stop or not. No, it looks like everybody's taking 4 here. I'm honestly very surprised.
Yeah, I am too. I figured some guys would take 2 for track position.
So I say, unfortunately, Jack didn't get that pit stop he needed there. He say overshot his pits just a little bit on the entry, and also slower pit stop as well. Say a 14.7 second stop to the Levi and Ryan having 13.7, 13.8. So that combo of those two puts now that 13 to 56 up front here. And then it's going to move Jack Wells back into third. However, again, that strategy, that pit strategy actually worked out perfectly for Jack, in my opinion. Say, got to lead a couple laps, had to lead when they came into the pits. I mean, that's about all you can ask for, really.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, he tried something different, and, it worked out for him, so.
Now I think we're going to see a few drivers here take the wave around. Looks like Bud Steele in the 6, and I believe Ted Decker Jr. as well. I think this is going to put Bud back on the lead lap, and then I believe this will put Ted back to just 1 lap down, which there are actually a lot of cars 1 down, so that's going to be really important for him to get that 1 lap back here for that 79 car as well. So while we were under yellow here for a little bit, we'll step away for just a moment, and then we'll join everything back again on the 1 to go. All right, as you can see, field's doubled up here through the backstretch. So again, as you can see on the ticker on the left, of course, you see the top 15 there, and then from 16th on back, cycle through there. So again, everybody for the most part took 4 tires and fuel. We do have one driver making some strategy calls. That's the 81 of Todd Merkel. He went ahead and took 2 tires. So I like that call personally. I say, especially if you didn't pit that long ago. Again, you didn't have a lot of fuel to top off on, so I mean, might as well try to gain some track position. I say it might even free the car up a little bit.
Yeah, that actually could improve the handling here, since he only has a handful of laps on those tires to begin with.
Yeah, so I'm looking for it. Also, I'll keep an eye on that 81 for sure. So say going to restart 5th here. He definitely had some pace early on. I say qualified 4th here, so. It just kind of fell back a little bit there, so he's going to see what he can do. And of course, we also have to mention Tommy Gossett in the 43 somehow is in the 8th position after all he's been through this race. So say we're going to have to watch Tommy as well here. So that's going to be another one. So again, pace car is off though. We're just about to get going again here with 29 to go.
They get the green flag. Put that power down in the front stretch. It looks like Ryan Kelly got it. Oh no, I guess they're side by side. They're trying to do a side draft there. You see him.
I'll say they were door to door. They're right on each other there. I'll say it looks like Ryan's got the advantage for the moment in that 13 car, but again, we'll see what that top line.
Wide back there into the corner.
Oh, they are. You see Todd Merkel in the middle there with Corey Cook. It looked like as well.
Scary.
And we're going to get some more 3 wide in just a little further back. I think that is, yeah, this is Chad Wilkes. They get back to 2 wide though. But yeah, say their business picking up already here.
The thing about going 3 wide here is, the groove it's wide, but it's barely 3 wide. I mean, the groove here in Indianapolis is not, especially in the corners, is not. You can easily get out of that groove on the high side and go right into that wall and pitch up.
Yeah, so if you're out of the groove, the car definitely does not do what you want it to do there. So far, though, Ryan Kelly able to hold on to the lead, but just barely, though. You see that 56 Levi Cox jumping to the inside here. Looks like we'll see if Levi's able to kind of complete the pass on the exit. But as I say that, Ryan's going to have some momentum. Yeah, Logan right now, it looks like Logan's running the top side, so these guys are going to go 2x2 here through the backstretch right on each other. But again, well, I think that inside line is going to prevail here entering turn number 3.
Yeah, that's definitely the preferred line there.
And take just a look a little further back, Don. Who do you see creeping up here?
Tommy Gossett.
Yep.
You're talking about?
Yep, he's coming with a purpose here. So he already looks like fighting for the top 5 right now. So yeah, so say Tommy's trying to get
what an up and down race for him, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what I love to see though. Is I mean he's been persistent. He's stuck with it. He just got that spot from Logan Helton here. That's going to move him now into 4th. So again, really good job by that 43 car. Again, our pole sitter had a little bit of troubles there early, and then had some contact.
Yeah. I mean, all the way to the back. I mean, from the front to the back, and now he's making his way back up front again. That's just unreal.
Yeah, Sam. Probably abusing the tires a little bit here, but again, I think everybody's going to have to pit. So I kind of like the strategy here. Be aggressive, use your stuff up, and then just split the run in half.
No, you're exactly right. That's what they should be doing.
Yeah, so Tommy now up to 3rd here, all over the back of Ryan Kelly. Again, I don't think anybody's going to be able to make it to the end here in the field. They've gone looks like about 5-6 laps since their pit stop. As I say that, Tommy up to 2nd.
Wow.
That's a really good. So again, he just restarted about in the 8th position or so, and he's all the way back up to 2nd here, just a couple laps after this restart. So that 43 car again, I think it's one of the things too, like when you get a little bit angry and stuff doesn't go your way, if you can channel it the right way, you can do a lot with it. So Tommy's definitely putting that to use right here.
He's catching our leader, no problem here. He's going to be able to. I think he's going to be able to make short work of him here soon.
Yeah, we'll see how they're able to do this. They also got a really good fight here just behind them. I saw Travis Turner there fighting with Maxwell Caldwell. This is for the 7th position. So it looks like Travis has the spot for the moment, but again, doesn't look like he has a lot of drafting help so far. But it looks like he might just be able to clear him there.
To the inside, the lead.
Let's jump to our leaders here.
Levi did not give him too much grief for that pass, though. He kind of almost just moved over for him.
Yeah, so the only thing, of course, is now the 56 has the draft, so he's going to be able to kind of just grab the toe of this 43 and kind of hang on with him. So, again, though, really, really great recovery for that 43 car. Pretty much going to the back of the lead lap on that initial contact. As you see, here comes Levi, though. He's like, all right, I'll let you go. I'm going to try to take it back, though. As they go 2x2, entering turn number 3, going to stay 2 wide here through turn 4. Again, also the 43 had the incident entering the pits there, just too much rear brake it looked like, and kind of hit the inside wall, but able to recover, use a fast repair and get right back into the thick of things here.
He's definitely passed more cars tonight than anybody else.
Yeah, it'd be great if I could have a counter for how many cars they've passed through the evening. I'll say like I think the 43 would be at the top of this list for sure here. But yeah, so sure enough, the Levi grabs that spot back here. I'll say right now, the last time around, the fastest car on track was that 028 of Travis Turner. We had just mentioned him a little bit ago. He is in the 6th position there. Right now he's working on trying to see if he can get, looks like actually now behind Jack Walls, it looks like. Again, Jack there restarted in the 3rd position, I believe it was. Logan Helton's been able to sneak by him as well. So we'll see how that's able to go. But right now, again, we got pretty much the top, looks like the top, 8 or so are all within 2 seconds of the lead. So so you can see there's a bit of a gap there between Maxwell Caldwell and Chad Wilkes there. But yeah, so right now, though, again, up front, still pretty tight between pretty much our front runners up here.
A lot of these guys seem like they're just kind of content to run nose and tail, kind of keep their cars in the draft there. Like you said, there definitely are 2 unique packs forming up now. This front pack here is apparently looks like they're walking away from them a little bit.
Yeah, so I think Chad's just a little bit too far right now. Looks like he's about a second and a half off of Maxwell Caldwell, so I'm not sure if he's going to quite have the toe that he wants to try to chase them down. But so though it looks like you see here, though, that 6'3 Logan Helton, he's trying to claw back up there. He's right on the back bumper here. So we're going to hop on board with that 63 car right behind Ryan Kelly against this fight for that 3rd position. So yeah, Tom Merkel. Todd, I was sorry. I'd say Todd Merkel. He's still doing the two-tire strategy. He's doing all right, actually. He's still holding on to the 10th position there. So, looked like he had a little bit of issues on the initial restart, but he's been holding pretty steady since. So as we're watching that, I noticed that the 56 and
Tommy got by the 56.
Yeah, 43. They switched positions again up front, and it looks like now we have a battle for 6th as well. I think I just saw Corey Cook.
Wow, you got a little bit of pumping going on between the leaders there.
Now there's so much going on. I'm trying to keep up with it, but yeah, like I said, aggression definitely picking up. Oh, you see the 43 take a really shallow entry there. If they, like you said, I think maybe aggression picking up between the two of these guys here. Is the 43 is going to protect that bottom line. Now it's going to see where that 13.
Second and third place cars catch up to him. See that side draft he's trying to get. Oh, they made contact. It looked like they're door to door.
Yeah, say rubbing doors a little bit there through the front stretch there. Again, still staying 2x2 here, so we'll see right now.
Third place Ryan Kelly was getting.
Yeah, say Ryan's right in the mix here now, so we'll see what Ryan's going to do. Looks like he's going to get the run now. He's going to jump to the inside. So now we're going to see, though, is the 56 able? No, he's going to be pinned here behind that 13 car.
Yeah, Logan Helton's locked right onto the back of Ryan Kelly, giving him a hand there, helping him get past what was the second place car, but no, he's still fighting back there too. The 56 of Levi Cox. Yeah,
say Logan was able to get around, but right away Levi tried to kind of get right back to the inside. But like you said, though, it's brought everybody back into the mix. You see Jack Walls is kind of sneaking into the mix. I was mentioning, though, the 028, Travis Turner, Maxwell Caldwell, Corey Cook, they're trying to fight for position as well. But right now it looks like that's settled out for just the moments. But again, I think it's going to, as I say that, a little bit of wiggle there I saw off of 2 for that 028 there. Or sorry, off of 1, I should say. But now he's actually trying to get around that 09 Corey Cook. And now it's going to be all about where Maxwell Caldwell goes here down the back. So like Maxwell's going to give him the push.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying to get him that push to get through there. But I'm watching these guys up front again. Looks like second, third, fourth are kind of lining up here to make another attack run on Tommy Gossett.
Oh, contact with the 94 and the 09. Looks like Corey hung on to it again.
Oh, wow.
Really great driving there. I don't know how Corey kept that thing straight, but yeah, so close contact between those three. Yeah, so let's go back up to our leaders. Like you said, another battle going brewing here. I say we have 19 to go. So again, still, so they pitted about 13 to go. So I mean, if they split it in half, it'd be about what 5-6 laps, I'd say then, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably should start seeing pit stops here in about 5 or 6 laps.
I said that's gonna be the strategy again of do you want to pit earlier and take advantage of the fresher tires,
or run and dry, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe take less fuel on 2 tires. I mean, there's so many options that you can really do. But the only, again, we talked about you can pit here. Any of these front, probably, I'd say maybe front 8 drivers, maybe somewhere in that range. I think they should be able to pit here and stay on the lead lap. So, again, talking about that strategy, and that's the only thing too, though. If you pit too soon and then a caution comes out, you probably are gonna have to pit again. So I think some of the guys might be afraid to pit too early and then get burned if there's a potential later caution where they feel obligated to take tires.
Right now, nothing's changed up front. Tommy Gossett, your leader still. These 3 behind him are still nose to tail, just trying to put themselves in a position and maybe take advantage of any mistakes that Tommy might make. But so far, he is right where he wants to be in that clean air.
Yeah, he's been holding a pretty steady line. Again, like you said, it looks like things have settled out just a little bit with our leaders now. But again, it seems like that's going to change just lap by lap. So again, trying to keep an eye on things a little further back. So we haven't mentioned some of these drivers. I'm trying to see who we haven't had a chance to talk about. We haven't talked about Kenny Kolakowski. Started in the 29th position, is currently 16th, so good run for him so far. Paul Perry right behind him in the 95, 22nd to 17th. And Dude Conrad in the 8 car from 30th to 18th.
Fight for the lead now.
Fight for the lead. Got to jump back up front here.
Ryan Kelly just passed the number 43. And I don't think the 43's done losing spots yet.
I was going to say, here comes Logan. Logan's going to try to grab the draft, but you can see, though, Logan doesn't have any help with him here. So
he doesn't.
He's got a good momentum.
He does. He's going to look at 3 wide. I thought he was going to do there for a minute.
I think Logan thought that, too. I saw Logan kind of dart to the inside. They're like, no, you're not going to go 3 wide on me. So move Logan up to second. Levi's going to grab third, and that 43 car is going to go from the lead to fourth place in just pretty much one lap there. So it just again shows you how crazy things can get here as they go through again through the front straightaway. Going to be 16 to go. Looks like we have first takers on the pits. Todd Merkel, Jim Brooks, they're right outside the top 10 when they made those pit stops. So we're going to have to keep an eye and see if they're able to get out in the still in the lead lap as well.
Look at, oh yeah, another fight for the
Here comes Logan.
Look at all the debris that has just littered the front of these cars. All the rubber and all the different pieces that are just all over the front of these cars.
Yeah.
You could tell this track has definitely gotten worn in. And right now, Ryan Kelly, our leader, is still been able to hold these guys off, but they're just kind of trying to swarm him like a pack of sharks here.
Yeah, so we talked about him being calm for about a lap or two, and then it all picked up all over again. You see that's 56, 43. They fight again now for the third position. I say Logan tried to make that charge on the 13, couldn't quite get it done. Oh, as actually here comes the 56. He's going to be the first of our leaders.
Oh, a couple guys back there going down pit road. Like 4 cars, it look like.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the big block that Logan Helton put on. Was that Logan Helton?
So unfortunately, I was looking at the pits. Let's go back real quick. I got to see that.
Huge block that the 43 put on. Put on Tommy Gossett there on the backstretch.
Oh yeah, you're right. I say Tommy still jumps to the inside though, able to get the spot.
Block him, even now.
Oh, you see, it looks like, so we talked about those pit stops. Looks like Todd Merkel, Jim Brooks, they both got lapped there in that cycle, so they're gonna have to use these fresh tires here while these guys are fighting. They have to watch their mirrors as well because they're gonna have fresher tires behind them. You see the big checkup. Looks like pit stops may be occurring.
Oh, they're coming up.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, look at that! He looked like he was gonna go down pit road. Who was that? The number 63?
That was the 43 that pitted Tommy Gossett. So yeah, they kind of put Logan in an awkward position there. I say, however, though, I'm not sure if he got down to speed in time, so I'm going to keep an eye on his pit stop time, see if it runs a little long, because it looked like he was locking him up there on entry. So, but I say, with all that fighting and the lappers and everything, you can see Ryan here has been able to sneak out a little bit of a lead here, about a second right now over Logan. Again, that's enough to grab the draft on. But yeah, so you see now the Jim Brooks and the 81 Todd Merkel, they're getting their laps back, so they're back now on the lead lap. Say, watching that pit stop for that 43 as well, trying to see where he is. Actually, I wonder if he may have. So I'm showing that he may have retired from the race actually too. So I wonder if he may have sped and just called it there. However, Logan Helton is in the pits. Ryan Kelly still stays out. So it looks like Logan's gonna pit here with coming to 12 to go here. Again, Logan should be able to stay out or stay on the lead lap without any troubles. We'll be curious to see where he cycles through behind the 56 or not, which I think at this point, I think he's going to line up behind the 56 of Levi Cox, just because all the fighting they were doing after the 56 made his pit stop.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, hold on, I see the 028 here stopped on the backstretch. Oh, he's stuck in the grass.
He's going to get going. Hopefully he doesn't bring in a caution, him getting back on the track.
Looks like he's back up to speed, so I think we're good. We get away with that one. So we'll see if Ryan Kelly, if he's going to jump into the pits or if he's going to still stay out. Again, so if Ryan keeps staying out here, I wonder if there's going to be some strategy here with maybe just a little bit of fuel on 2 tires because he still stays out on that 13 car. So I think Ryan Kelly might be on a slightly different strategy than some of the leaders here.
Yeah, he's definitely been the risk taker tonight. I mean, he pitted earlier in a run earlier in the race, kind of different than everybody else, and we were kind of questioning it, but seems to work out for him here.
All right, so next up we got to see where the 56 and the 13 are cycling through with each other. So right now I see Logan Helton here. Make sure I'm current. Yeah, make sure I'm live.
Like
Logan's
right
entering
now,
3 and
9.
Oh wow, Logan's actually about a half a straightaway. He's really far behind the 56 car.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's almost a full straightaway behind that 56. So Logan's gonna have to hustle here. And also the tire difference is only, I think, 3 or 4 laps between the two of them, so that's going to be tough as well. So Ryan Kelly's still staying out though. Again, he's going right now. He got a handful of cars lap down. David Leclerc's the next one to try to get his lap back from that 13 car. Drivers that have yet to make a pit stop are Ryan Kelly, Maxwell Caldwell, Chad Wilkes, Evan Pienta, Len McNeese, Paul Perry, Mark Brown, Kenny Kolakowski, Dude Conrad. Levi Cox and 10th on back. They've all made some pit stops here for the most part for those that are still up in the lead lap. So again, so say right now 11 to go, coming to 10 to go. Yeah, I'm pretty curious to see about this pit strategy here, Don. I'll say it's going to be interesting to see how this 13's going to be able to kind of compete with the 56, unless maybe he's banking on maybe a late yellow or something like that to kind of help his chances here.
We're going to be running out of time. I mean, if he's banking on that, he needs to have it happen soon because we're coming up here on 10 to go.
Yeah, so the only thing I can think of is maybe, as I say, that last time around, Logan Helton here puts on the fastest lap of the race of 49.22. As we have 10 to go at the line. I'm trying to compare Logan's time to Levi. Wow, Logan is actually 0.8 of a second faster than Levi that last time around.
That's huge.
I say again, Logan's got a long ways to go, but I mean, laps like that definitely will not hurt his chances.
And right now, how many? So we got a few guys left to pit, right? Besides Ryan.
Yeah, we got about 9 cars left to make pit stops. Again, they can go about 5 more laps on fuel, and that's. I'm trying to think like how much can you save anymore. I'm gonna ride on board here with the 13 car. I want to listen and see is he saving or not too.
I mean, another thing, he's the leader, so it's one of those kind of things where it's probably in his better for him to just kind of run it as long as he can and just kind of bank on a yellow. I mean, that's pretty much all he really can do right now.
All right, so listen to him there into turn 1. There was no clutching or anything like that, so he's not doing a huge save. So I think he definitely can't make it to the end. Otherwise, I think we'd hear him clutching it through that turn there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I say, let's see that 6 car of Bud Steele probably going to try to grab his lap back here. As he's following the draft right now of that number 13 car. Looks like we have one of those drivers have just made their pit stop. Kenny Kolakowski is in that number 14. Saying, still watching some of these other drivers and saying the gap between Ryan Kelly and where do you go? Levi Cox is about 26 seconds. And said again that last time around. Oh, here he comes, Ryan Kelly in the pits.
Ryan Kelly's going up the road.
So this is going to be interesting to see how this is all going to pan out.
Nobody else is coming yet.
Nobody yet. It looks like Maxwell Caldwell is going to take over the lead in that number 94. However, he's, I believe, in a pretty tight battle here with Chad Wilkes as well. However, I want to watch this 13 car's pit stops. I want to see if he's going to maybe try some strategy and take 2 or something here.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's probably, I don't know.
Oh, caution is out. This is actually, we'll have to see if this works out for the 13 or not, because he was in the pits, but I've seen iRacing sometimes.
He went through it. He actually missed his pit stall a little bit, but that's not really going to affect him too much.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to lose the lap or anything like that. He's
he's not going to lose anything, but he might as well take 4 tires now, even if his strategy he is taking 4.
He's taking 4.
Even if his strategy was 2. If his strategy was 2, yeah.
All right, let's make sure he gets around that pace car because he does not want to get trapped a lap down here. We'll have to say sometimes with iRacing it gets a little iffy. I've seen before. So looks like though I think the 95 may have been in the pits when the caution came out. I'm not sure as well. That was Paul Perry. However, it looks like he's going to get trapped a lap down. So Maxwell Caldwell here going to be shown as our leader. Chad Wilkes second, Evan Pienta third. So yeah, this is we're gonna have to see how this
Ryan
all
Kelly,
happens.
obviously, he, like you said, he's still on the lead lap and he already made his pit stop. So all these guys have to stop if they're going to.
And I'm trying to see if I can hunt down where the caution was for. I haven't found it yet. I'm not seeing it, honestly.
Yeah, I was trying to find it earlier and I couldn't see anybody that dropped down or anything that was significant.
I think I just found it. I think it was the 95 here. Paul Perry entering the pits here. Gets down on the brakes to say, we've seen that happen before. That looks like just too much rear brake. You see it steps out. Yeah, sure enough. He's kind of perpendicular to the track. They're able to then get it cut back down into the pits. But I think when he kind of cut back up to the top, that's what brought that yellow out. So we're going to see, we'll see who pits here. I mean, we know where the leaders are going to pit because they have to. They can't make it to the end. So now, what does the 56 do? Let's watch. Looks like Levi is thinking about it. Is he going to throw a fake or not, though? Levi is in. As is, I'm surprised here, so is the 63 Logan Helton. Looks like we have Corey Cook is going to stay out, as is Todd Merkel, if I'm seeing it correctly. And of course, we got to watch Ryan Kelly here in that 13 car. Looks like he's staying out for sure as well. So if I don't know if I'm Jack or I'm sorry, not Jack. If I'm Logan or the 56 Levi, I think about 2 tires here.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I mean, Ryan Kelly was in a unique position, so even if he was going to take 2, he had the opportunity to take 4. But some of these other guys, they still have to worry about track position. So yeah, I would definitely.
They're taking 4 here, so they're losing a ton of track position for those drivers that actually are able to stay out there and do that. So yeah, this is going to shake up this whole field here now. So the top 2, Corey Cook, Todd Merkel, they've pitted about 10 laps ago. So that's going to be, I mean, that's a fair amount of stretch. That's almost just under half a fuel run. So they're going to have their work cut out for them. Looks like Maxwell Caldwell, I believe, is going to be the first one out of the pits on his fresh tires. So huge benefit for that 94 car. Really good strategy worked out for him. But yeah, so Corey Cook on that 09 is going to be shown as our race leader. Todd Merkel in second. So this is going to get interesting here.
That is. We had a lot of green flag runs here, and now here at the end with about 5 to go, 6 to go, we're going to have a whole new strategy for these guys, new tires. We have, it's guys that didn't pit that have a few laps on them. I mean, yeah, this is going to be an interesting finish here. We got 3 green-white checkers too, don't forget.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion we're probably going to wind up needing them, as I think aggression is going to be picking up pretty severely here. Looks like a big chunk of drivers here are going to take their wave arounds. I see a lot of drivers staying out in front of our race leader, that 09 again of Corey Cook. So I believe we'll get the 1 to go this time around. So wait and see. We do get the lights are off. So you're going to see all those drivers there. It looks like the 47 was one of them. So it looks like Travis Turner and Kenny Kolakowski going to get back on the lead lap with that. So that's definitely what they were looking for. And then again, we have a lot of drivers 1 lap down here. Looks like we've got, who do we have? Ted Decker Jr., Dalton Hayes, Landon Loper, Benjamin Combs, James Ledford, Paul Perry, Michael Spell, and I believe Mike Morrison as well. So a lot of drivers are going to be fighting to be that first car 1 down. And of course, though, business is definitely going to be picking up here up front. So I feel like obviously a catbird seat right now is going to be that 13 of Ryan Kelly. However, though, I mean, look at right next to him. You've got all these cars right behind him are on brand new tires as well. So he's not going to have it. It's not going to be like he's got fresh tires than everybody. He's the first car on fresh tires, but it just really depends on what line gets the momentum here.
If anybody goes with him to give him a push too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I think we're gonna definitely see some pretty serious aggression, a lot of bumping, a lot of blocking, and yeah, I think there's gonna be some unhappy drivers after this restart here, because I don't see any way that these guys are gonna be keeping it too clean here. I think it's just gonna be really aggressive.
I think there's going to be a whole bunch of beating and banging here. I think a lot of these race cars that we're seeing on the track right now are not going to be here at the end, or they're not going to be in the same shape they are right now anyway.
Yeah, some of these drivers are probably hoping they have some fast repairs in their pocket still. So with that, though, coming through turn number 4, going to restart with 4 to go. Again, still outside our green-white checker window. So let's say we're going to restart here with 4, and then we'll say we have a few more to the end. Of course, if a yellow comes out before the 1 to go, we'll rack them up and do it again up to 3 times. However, if they get to the white flag and there's an incident, they will race back to the checkered. All right, green flag's out. Here we go.
I get equal start there, really.
Pretty even start for those top 2 up front. So again, we're going to have to see where you see that 13 pushing the 09 as hard as he can there. But I say that's
he's going to try to hit
though.
that low line, though. Look at him. He's looking at that low line. He's going to take advantage of it. He's got help. He's got cars behind him. The 3 wide back there.
Okay, I see Maxwell there, 80, 81, the 56 going 3 wide. Looks like they're going to keep it clean. Oh, you see the 96 in the back. He's in the grass. We might stay green. Looks like we're staying green for the moment. Yeah, I think we're okay. It's Landon Loper, unfortunately.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, we're going to stay green here. But again, you see these cars dicing all over the place. You see Ryan Kelly. He's able to sneak away a little bit. But again, though, now it's going to be time to break that draft in that 13 car. He's going to drop to the bottom. But you see all these drivers here are going to chase for everything they're worth. Evan Pienta now up into second. You see Levi Cox third. Maxwell Caldwell in fourth.
That'll going on back. What is that? About 10th place.
Oh, Jim Brooks has
Ooh,
just out of contact. Keeps
he
it.
holds on to it. He's in the
Oh,
wall.
no. Now we've got contact. No yellow yet, but I think we're going to see a yellow here. Yep, caution is out. Yeah, so I saw Jim get contact there entering turn number 1. It looked like it may have been a 3 wide on entry too. We'll go back and take a look here.
I think you're right.
But yeah, so we talked about it was only so far you can go probably before something like that happens. And yeah, it looks like it was a 3 wide attempt there on the entry here between, it looks like Jim Brooks, Dude Conrad, and Jack Walls as they're, again, everybody's going for all their worth here. So we'll take a look as they go through the turn. You see that 8 looking on the inside of the 76, the 83 looking on the inside of the 8. As you see here again, we talked about 3 wide at Indy. It doesn't usually go very well, and so you can see as they come through the turn. So trying to see if there's initial contact. It looks like actually Jack's actually okay. It looks like Dude unfortunately is just a little too high up. 76 is, again, they're kind of fighting for the same real estate there. 76 goes for a bit of a slide there, has it for a moment, but then unfortunately, like we talked about, then catches that outside wall. And that just throws him back into the path, unfortunately, of that number 6 of Bud Steele. Nothing Bud can do there, just wrong place, wrong time. You see the contact there. And then that just throws him straight across the track into the path of that 6 car. However, it looks like surprisingly, actually, as I said, Todd Merkel in the 81, he's got a moment there trying to react to it as well. So I think Todd's able to, no, he makes contact with Dwight Plesh as well. So we actually have a lot more trouble behind here. The 48's involved as well, so we actually get a lot more cars in this after the fact there. So, yeah, so that's unfortunate for some of those guys. So there's going to be a lot of fast repairs that are going to have to be taken care of here. Looks like the 76 is in the pits. I'm not sure if he had to take a tow or not, though, because, yeah, I'm thinking he must have had to tow there because it's still sitting there in the pits here. So say we're under yellow here. I don't think we'll see much pit strategy from those on the lead lap, so we'll step away for a moment, and then we'll join it again on, this is going to be attempt number 1 of up to 3 green, white, checkered attempts as I see some. So I see some, as I said, I see some pit fakes. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah,
some big fakes being thrown. Corey Cook, though, going to pick. I say, and that makes sense for Corey. Just those tires weren't going to work for him. So he went for the gamble, didn't pay off, so he's going to have to pit, unfortunately. So, yeah, so again, though, under yellow here, see a 95 there, Paul Perry. He's the one that able to get that lap back. So again, so that's going to give us 19 cars on the lead lap. So now we'll step away and rejoin things on the one to go. right, lights are off. The pace car is going to do this again up to 3 attempts here. This is attempt number 1. Say scheduled distance was 75. We're going to be extending that. So again, race leader Ryan Kelly outside Evan Pienta. In third, you have Levi Cox. Fourth, Maxwell Caldwell. Fifth, Chad Wilkes. And sixth, Logan Helton. So we're going to see again, all these guys are all pretty much on the same fuel, tire strategy at this point in the race. Again, Ryan is able to kind of take advantage of that caution coming out during his pit stop. However, as they just come in a couple yellow laps there while he was getting back up to the field. So should be pretty much equal here. So again, we're going to see some pretty aggressive driving, probably some, again, aggressive drafting, blocking by these guys up front, as we're going to have, again, attempt number 1. They get to the white flag before anything happens. They'll race to the checkered. However, if there's an incident before then, we will rack them up and do it up to 2 more times.
We'll see if Ryan Kelly's luck can continue here. See if he can pick himself up a win. He gets a good start there. Gets a little bit of an advantage there on Evan Pienta.
Yeah, so like I said, a little bit of a bonus there. Not bonus, but a little bit of an advantage there, I should say. Really good push there from Levi Cox. However, say now, though, this is where we're going to go straight to the bottom. I feel like get that arc entering turn number 2 and then jump straight to the bottom here on the back
Still
stretch.
have to protect that bottom. You see those guys almost 3 wide back there for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, or 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Caution is out first.
Oh, caution in the back, yeah.
Way back there.
Oh, 028 Travis Turner, unfortunately, involved in this one. Looks like 88 Michael Spell as well. So, unfortunately, this is going to give us a second attempt at that green-white checkered. Let's see what happened to bring out this yellow a little further back in the field. So, you see the 028 on the inside, the 88 there in the middle, and the 10 on the outside. So, you see the 10's a little bit out of the groove here. Let's see if that comes into play or not. Yeah, it looks like just kind of maybe just misjudging a little bit on some of these drivers. So you see those 3 cars all involved here, the 10, 028 and the 88 all getting caught up in that one. However, again, that's going to make somebody a lap down very happy, because that's going to get them a lap back here. But yeah, so say unfortunately that's going to bring out the yellow one more time. And say again, some of these drivers are going to be hoping they have a faster pair remaining as well. But again, though, that 13, Ryan Kelly is going to still hang on to the lead. However, the order behind him is going to change up a little bit here, as you can see. Looks like they're still trying to figure out exactly who's where when that yellow came out. So we're going to let them get things lined up here. And say we're going to have another lap or 2 under yellow. And then we're going to restart again. We're going to have attempt number 2 in just a few laps. So stick around, and we'll see if we get it done the second time by. All right, as you see, lights are off. The pace car again, slight order change now. You see the 56 now to the outside, 61 now in third. Again, this is attempt number 2. So again, they're going to try to get to the white flag, and then from there, all bets are off. However, if there's another yellow before they get to the white flag, we'll have one last attempt of it. However, if they crash before they get to the white, the race will end under yellow. So, of course, everybody's going to want to see them race all the way to the finish. So, hopefully, they'll be able to get it done this time around. Again, Ryan Kelly still holding onto that lead. He's going to have to hope for, again, a little bit of help, I feel like, from that 61 car. And the 56 is going to have a lot of pushing, I feel like, from Chad Wilkes there in fourth. And, yeah, so say, it really, at this point, I think it's anyone's ball game. But I think, really, ideally, if you're not in that front row, you're going to want to be on the inside line. So, we're going to have to kind of see how this one pans out here.
Yeah, and this restart's going to mean everything. These two guys have been fast all night, Ryan Kelly, Levi Cox, and it's going to come down to these two guys right here in this start. You can see them side by side, almost banging doors, kind of coming to the green. They get the green.
They do touch
they
there.
Actually touch a little bit, and it looks like.
Oh, we got trouble behind the thing. Jack Wallace saw
big
some
wreck.
trouble.
Oh, somebody in the air.
Oh, well.
Entire field just piles up.
Yeah.
Somebody is flipping down pit road over the pit wall.
Oh, no. I think it might be the 084 Len McNeese. So, yeah, well, that's going to be attempt number 3. But I say it looked like a bit of a stack up. I think everybody, again, just getting a little antsy on that restart. And we talked about Indy with these long straightaways. With these restarts, it could kind of spell trouble, and it did this time around. So let's try to see where it started. It looked like it was around Jack Walls.
The Pennzoil car looked like he got. I'm trying to see who's in the Pennzoil car.
That's Jack Walls in the 83.
Yeah, like
he restarted
a little
sixth.
bit squirrely. He got squirrely on that start there. He hit the wall.
Oh, yeah, he touched the outside wall. You're right. So, actually, it was just a little bit of a mistake, unfortunately. You see Logan Helton, Maxwell Caldwell, they're able to sneak by, but then pretty much everybody else here going to be right in the thick of it here. We'll try to see who's the first to make it through, which pretty much not really anybody. It looks like the 81 has some damage, but it's able to get through it. So I'll try to look at the front. Actually, yeah, Todd Merkel doesn't look too terrible after all that. Let's go back and see some of the other drivers here. But yeah, so I mean that's just a pile up there, unfortunately, here at Indy. So I'm gonna go back a little. Oh, we're talking about the car that went over the pit wall. Looks like that's the 084. That's Len McNeese. So we'll say, well, let's watch his wild ride here. So you see he gets thrown to the inside here as he almost actually winds up hitting the pace car. You see the pace car coming through the pits. Luckily, though, you can fly through the pace car. But yeah, so McNeese, though, going for a ride here as he goes through the front stretch. Like you said, just outside the pit wall there. And it looks like, actually, unless he gets hit some more, we'll have to wait and see if he gets another shot here, which it looks like he's just about to get there. Yeah, he gets it from the 79 car just behind the scoring pile. And sure enough, he goes unwillingly into the pits here, saying, here comes that pace car with not really knowing what to do. I think we'll see the pace car actually just probably drive through that car. Yep, just drives through that flipping 084 of Len McNeese. We'll see if, and Len, just to add worse, to kind of make it worse, winds up on his side, not even able to get back on his wheels there. So, yeah, so unfortunately, a big incident there at Indy. And actually, another thing done that's going to really shake things up is at the time of the yellow, that 56 Levi Cox was in the lead here.
Yes, he was. I just noticed that myself. So Ryan Kelly is not going to be our leader. Levi Cox is going to have that inside line advantage on this restart, which is going to be our final restart no matter what.
Yeah, that's right. This is going to be the last attempt of this here at Indy. So, again, unfortunately, if they wreck again, that's going to be it. Say they have the 3 attempts, and that'll do it. So, say 3 is a pretty fair number. Say we have some other leagues that maybe just do 1. Say they do have 3 here. So, but again, you can see a lot of drivers there caught up in that. It looks like actually Jack Walls, even missing the whole back end of his car, he's going to try to ride this thing out here. Say a little bit of damage for that 81 of Todd Merkel. However, I don't think he's in too bad of shape. And I'm trying to remember. I want to say there's at least somebody who's able to get the lucky dog that last time around. I'm trying to remember which driver that was to see if he was able to get around all of that. I'm trying to wait for everything to update here to see who's where and still on the lead lap. I think it was Benjamin Combs in the 77, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Looks like he actually
Yeah, I
had
think
to
you're
make
right.
a pit stop, so I think he actually may have got somehow caught up in that as well, as I see some nose damage to that 77 car. So there's a lot of cars here that have damage. Trying to see if there's anybody up front that's still basically still in good shape or not, other than of course our leaders, but like around Jack Walls and all of them. Oh no, David Leclerc missing the whole front clip of his car in that number 50. He's definitely not going to be doing too well here on this one. Who else is still in the lead lap here? See that 028 Travis Turner. How's that car looking? A little bit of left rear damage. That front looks pretty rough too, though. Oh, missing the whole front end actually. So that's also pretty rough there. So some of these drivers a little further back might be able to benefit from this here. So you see that 09 Corey Cook. Again, Corey had to pit there on the second or the first attempt after the green white checker because those old tires just did not pan out there, Don. So yeah, so I was thinking Corey's gonna be able to try to see if he can salvage some spots here on this last restart. Because again, he's got some damaged cars in front of him. Might be able to make a small charge here.
You should be able to make some spots up.
It's always worth it. I mean, you gotta try.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
All right, so again, this is last attempt, and I feel like with this many damaged cars now, I think we're gonna get a pretty clean restart here. Because unfortunately, I'm showing cars in the pits here. Yeah, there's a lot of cars that retired on that one, or just are still sitting in the pits there.
Wreck. That took out pretty much the whole field, or at least they were involved.
That was
in
probably about half the field, at least, probably 3/4 of the field. Yeah, involved in that one. So yeah, so I say now we got Levi Cox to the inside, Ryan Kelly to the outside, and actually also the 17 and 61 they switched sides as well, and then you see Chad Wilkes on the inside and Evan Pienza on the outside. So pretty much the top and bottom line here switched on the front two rows.
Yeah, they just swapped.
All right, so again, last attempt of green white checker. This is attempt number 3. They need to get to that white flag to be able to race back to the line. Otherwise, this will finish under yellow. So let's see what these drivers are able to do here on this final attempt.
Green flag's out. Look at that. You see those guys just kind of bouncing around, anticipating that start. Looks like the 56 of Ryan Kelly or Levi Cox got the advantage there on that start, though, especially since he's on the inside.
Yeah, he's able to clear him. So now the fight's going to be for second here. We'll see if Chad Wilkes is able to grab the spot.
He's got low line. Oh, and he does. Barely. Guy we haven't talked about too much in that 61 car, Evan. He's down low, trying to get a win out of this thing.
So I think Gerd might be a bit ahead of me. I'm not sure. I'm showing that I'm live, but I see right now they're entering turn 4 for me.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Back.
All right, so looks like we're gonna get to the white here. So you see that 56 Levi Cox. He's gonna try to do all the draft blocking he can do. You see a lot of blocking behind as well.
Yeah. Last lap right here. This is gonna be it. Some bumping going on behind them.
I'll say while they fight, though, I mean, this is exactly what Levi wants to see here. So I think he might have enough of an advantage there. We'll see if Ryan's going to stick to that back bumper and just push. But no, actually, here goes Chad. He's going to block the bottom here. I was thinking if they tandem, they could gain a little bit more ground.
I was surprised he went down there because he could have lost some ground. Wow, you see a really
big contact for the 61.
Oh, car hard into the wall in the back there. Oh, and he pounds the wall again.
Oh, contact with the 13 there.
Right there. The number 13.
Oh, and the 94 there also. Oh, man, they're going crazy here at the end.
A lot of cars. Oh, wow. Huge hit in the back. Huge hit in the back.
Levi's going to get the win, though. Chad Wilkes second, Ryan Kelly third. But, yeah, let's go back and see. I say Ryan Kelly took a vicious hit there at the end. There's a couple really hard shots there on those last laps here.
A lot of huge hits back there.
Let's start with the 94 off of 4. You see the 13 there sliding there, able to keep it straight. You see the 63 Logan Helton gets a good run behind the 94. It looks like he looks like he tries to, actually no, it looks like he just goes behind and tries to give the 94 a push there. I think it's just a push gone wrong, unfortunately, there. So 94 Maxwell Caldwell, a hard hit to the inside wall. And so you can see again, he's got a huge head of steam there. Oh, it actually goes right back across the track, and that was the heavy hit
So
you were talking about. The 44 hit him. Yeah, throws him into the pits, and actually almost into where the crews are. So that's a big shot there for Maxwell Caldwell. And actually, unfortunately, not able to even able to make it across the line as well. So
our leader right now, Levi Cox, burned him down on the yard of bricks. What a great run for him.
Yeah, definitely gonna say that. That last restart, I mean, getting the advantage that he needed there panned out for him in that 56 car. So, oh yeah, it would help if I actually showed the replay, wouldn't it? There, sorry about that. Let's go back and show it again. Yes, I have a habit of gotta get that down a little better here. So let's go back. Let's show that last incident one more time. Apologies again, everyone. Thank you for bringing it up to my attention. We can do non-radio broadcasting, right, Don? So, all right. So again, as I was mentioning, I am not showing the replay video anymore. See 63 in the 94 there. 63 gets contact just in the back of the 94 on that entry or exit of 4. Again, hard contact for that 94 car. As I spins it around and unfortunately goes right back across the track here and takes a couple shots there, and then just goes for a ride here and then sends him into the pits. As I again right to where the pit crews are sitting as well. So. And not actually able, unfortunately, not even able to cross the line there at the end. So, and then like Don said, though, of course, then we get back to our leaders here. Levi Cox burning it down here. Say, we'll jump over to that here. Well, actually, we'll just watch here while he goes around. So let's go ahead and start trying to get our leaders here, or our finishers, I should say, lined up and chat with our top 3.
Yeah, we got top 3: Levi Cox, Chad Wilkes, and Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, so we'll start with our third place driver, Ryan Kelly, in that number 13. So I'm going to get him queued up here in just a moment. All right, Don, I'm bringing that third place finisher, Ryan Kelly, and I'll let you have a chat with him here.
We're joined tonight by our third place finisher, number 13 car, Mr. Ryan Kelly. Had some different pit strategy there at the beginning of the race. Pitted a little bit earlier than the other guys, and everything kind of cycled around for you and worked out for you, especially on that last caution, or not the last caution, but that big caution where you were in the pits when the caution came out. Unfortunately, had to be relegated back to third place, but still a great run for you tonight, Ryan. How you feel about your race?
Yeah, I'm happy with the top 3. Just wish all those cautions at the end wouldn't have come out. I think I could have maybe pulled away and had the win, because as soon as the caution came out, I was just going to take gas on that final pit stop. But since the caution came out, I took 4. So I had 4 fresh tires in the lead. I was hoping to just try and run away with it, but didn't work out like that.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question on that in particular pit stop. We were kind of pondering if you were going to take 4 tires, 2 tires, and obviously you said you were going to take fuel only, but ended up having to change that strategy there on the fly. You definitely had a fast machine tonight, and those cautions at the end definitely marred that up. But man, still a great run. Is there anybody that you had maybe been watching the race tonight, or anybody that you want to give a shout out, or maybe a sponsor you want to thank?
Yeah, shout out to my crew chief tonight, Larry, and all my teammates, and Levi for the win.
Yeah, definitely a great win for him, and great run for you tonight, man, in that number 13 machine. Like I said, pit strategy different than everybody else. Almost came up with the win, but fell just a little bit short there, Ryan. But great run. Congratulations on that third place finish.
Thank you.
That's our third place finisher, Mr. Ryan Kelly. We're going to try to catch up here with Chad Wilkes, our second place finisher. I think Gael found him.
Yeah, so he wasn't too far away from pit roads. We're going to bring him over here, have a chat with him, or let you have a chat with him as well. So bring in our second place finisher, I should say, Chad Wilkes.
Chad Wilkes, that number 17 machine, started from 12th. Had a great run tonight, man, here at the Brickyard, able to bring it home second. Got marred with those green-white checkers there at the end. Kind of hard to race up for the win when everybody's wrecking around you. But, man, you were able to bring that car home and had a great run tonight. How you feel about your race?
I started from pit lane. I didn't want to grid.
Oh, that's right. You did. That's right. We were talking about that at the beginning of the race. So that's right. You did start from the pits.
So I'm racing. I've been having some trouble with my VR here lately, and I'm racing on a single screen monitor for the first time in about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, second time in about 3 years. So, and I was working on my VR all the way up till qualifying time. Like, didn't even enter the room. My first laps were was qualifying, and I just want to use qualifying as like some practice with the monitor and try to get the
Yeah.
perspective, feel, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so I wanted to start at the back and just kind of chill and relax and get a feel for racing on it before I started going up through the field. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to get second. I couldn't drop Ryan there at the end to make a run at Levi. I was having to block and defend, so I could never really have a chance to make a run. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was a real fun race.
That's right. Gael and I were talking about that. We didn't know if you missed the start or what, but yeah, a good strategy there, man. Shaking down the car during qualifying and be able to bring that thing all the way up to second place. That's pretty impressive, man. That's a heck of a run there, man. Is there anybody that might have been watching tonight, or any sponsor that you want to thank that were riding along with you tonight?
Just thank my teammates who I raced with these guys first time last week on Discord and stuff, and they were the guys Levi Cox, Ryan Kelly, Corey Cook, Maxwell Caldwell. They're all the guys that I felt like last season I was always having to battle by myself. Kind of feel like I went over to the dark side there last week, but try to make me better. And so, yeah, I want to thank all them. It's fun racing with those guys, and we typically are the guys who are racing out the front anyway. So kind of works out. But yeah, it's cool and it's fun to run with them. And yeah, it was a real fun race. We had some green flag runs in there too, which is always cool. And I'm usually terrible at restarts, but I got it figured out there where I was able to gain a spot or two every time there that last run. And so, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, your restarts are definitely hooked up, and yeah, it sounds like the teammates there have helped you out. You definitely had a great run tonight, man. From starting from pit road all the way up to second. That's a very impressive run tonight, Chad. Congratulations on that second place finish. That's Mr. Chad Wilkes, our second place finisher. I do believe Gael is going to catch up in victory lane with our winner in the number 56 car, Mr. Levi Cox. Gael?
Yeah, so you got to pull up the replays. So you obviously got to watch the celebration. Say we weren't able to do that completely while we're trying to watch some of the replays here. So we're going to speed things up here, let that 56 car get over to the start-finish line. But yeah, we're going to pull in our race winner there, Levi Cox. Started in second, but pretty much dominated a good chunk of the race. And then I say, of course, once that yellow fell, kind of an inopportune time, it kind of was a little concerning because you're having to restart a fair bit back than where you were all race. But did an awesome job of working your way back up through there. So I guess first, yeah, just take us through getting back up through the field, back to the front there, because I say you made pretty quick work of those of that restart there, kind of in the middle of that green flag pit stop.
Yeah, I was hoping that run was going to go green. I felt like splitting it in half and only taking 2 tires was going to allow me to make up enough time on them and still get to the end on fuel. But then that caution came out. In the end, I think I restarted probably 5th or so, but I was kind of hoping for a couple cautions there just to pick off 1 or 2 each restart and then maybe have a shot on the last one. And that's the way it played out. So I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, say of course on the second to last restart, say you just nosed ahead of Ryan to be able to kind of grab the lead for that final restart. I mean, was that kind of the critical moment for you to be able to pull it off, or not pull it off, but to kind of put yourself in the best position there? Because obviously that bottom line was definitely where you wanted to be tonight.
Yeah, Chad gave me a pretty good shot there on that restart and just nosed me ahead. I don't know. It would have been interesting to restart on the top and give it a shot. I don't know if I could have won from there, but it would have been fun. Luckily I got the bottom though, and it was a little bit easier down there, but I think it would have been more interesting to start there on the top.
Well, say whatever line you're on though, you're making it work tonight. So yeah, really great run for you this evening. Congrats on the win. Definitely want to give you an opportunity for any thanks and shouts you'd like to give for pulling off the victory tonight.
Thanks to all my teammates, Chad, Larry, Ryan, Corey, Maxwell. I think that's all of them. Thanks for the broadcast and thanks to the league.
All right, that's our race winner at number 56 of Levi Cox, getting it done here tonight at Indianapolis. So again, congrats on it, enjoy it, and look forward to having future conversations with you here after some of these races.
10-4. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, that was Levi Cox in that number 56 machine. So go ahead, before we obviously got to pull up our race results for the evening as well. All right, so your top 10 here. Levi Cox, Chad Wilkes, Ryan Kelly, of course, had a chance to chat with them. But check out 4th place there, Don. Corey Cook somehow gets all the way back up into 4th after all that. So that pit stop strategy worked perfectly. So, yeah, really good job of maximizing everything on that last restart for Corey. Logan Helton brings home a top 5. And then you see the remainder of the top 10 there. You've got Adam Brady, Benjamin Combs, Todd Merkel, Jack Walls, and Travis Turner.
Yeah, great run for Benjamin Combs, 25th to 7th.
Yeah, so yeah, I think also one of the later lucky dogs as well. So yeah, really good job to kind of maximize there as well, and just kind of stay in contention. And you never know how it's going to turn out there. So
we had long green flag runs here tonight, but then here at the end we saw these guys got really aggressive and kind of had a bunch of cautions, a lot of ruined race cars. But in the end, Levi Cox was able to bring it home. So still, really good race, man.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Maxwell Caldwell, you see first car 1 lap down in 14th. Had that incident there coming out of turn number 4. So not the result he was looking for. He was right around that top 5 or so position for himself. So you see some of these other drivers here 1 or more laps down, like Don was saying, definitely some of these drivers did not have the evenings they were hoping for. Show 21st through 30th. And our final 3 finishers this evening. All right, so with that, again, Don, really want to thank you for joining me here in the booth. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Always a pleasure to have you with me. Any final thoughts before we sign off for the evening?
No, man, I appreciate you having me tonight. This was actually a really enjoyable race. I thought it was really fun, man. The way those green flag runs were, and even we had those cautions there at the end. It was still really interesting to see how those different pit stop strategies worked out, how they worked out for Ryan Kelly, Levi Cox, and yeah, it was a great race, man. It was really fun calling that race with you.
Yeah, same goes to me as well. I enjoyed it. Always enjoy being in the booth here with you. And yeah, like I said, it was a really exciting one tonight here at Indy. So again, congrats to our race winner, Levi Cox, getting the win tonight at Indianapolis. So again, really want to thank you all for joining us here with Green White Checkered TV. Again, broadcasting the Area 51 Racing League Cup Series. Look forward to catching you all again on Sunday night for the Super Speedway Cup Series. However, until then, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Happy Friday Eve. And of course, if you can, please stay home, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good night.